There was a recent Michigan Education Association study that looked at how to reduce the dropout rate. And one conclusion that they had was they said this study confirms what educators and parents already know. Don't most studies just confirm common sense? I mean, haven't you noticed this? Too many young adults are rudderless and don't know what to do in the future. They're going through life without direction. And when they lack clear goals and focus, they're more likely to struggle. We're more likely to lose them. We don't want that to happen. Now, Doug Manning is an educator who's worked with students for over 30 years, and he works helping students make the transition from high school to life beyond. And he's written a very interesting white paper sort of summarizing a lot of the research that's been done on how do we reduce the dropout rate? How do we keep kids motivated and engaged? And he starts by pointing out, again, something that makes a lot of sense. High school graduates live longer. They're healthier, they're more likely to be employed, are paid better, and have a better quality of life than those who do not complete high school. Communities with high graduation rates are financially stronger, socially stronger, and have less crime than those with lower graduation rates. Now, the greatest and quickest gains in graduation rate improvement will come from initiatives focused on engaging the internal motivations of students. A sense of purpose develops for an individual when something they are connects with something they could be, with their dream, their goal, what they see for their future. Every student must have a clearly defined and meaningful future plan. That plan must be an extension of the person the student wants to become. Then he says, everything an individual chooses to do is an act of significance or consequence. That harkens back to the whole idea of legacy, right? At the end of each of our lives, each of us wants to look back knowing our existence had meaning to someone or something. These choices are usually made with future possibilities in mind. They are the essence of hope and inspiration. Hope and inspiration. Now, I want to look at metaphors and this crazy little thing called life. Okay? Now, have you ever noticed that in the middle of the word life is the word if? Now, that kind of speaks to the tentativeness of it all, doesn't it? The only thing we know for certain about life is that no one gets out alive. But that knowledge provides no inherent direction, right? Which goes back to the iffiness of it all. If speaks to possibility. What if? If speaks to choice. If I do this, then. If even speaks to regret. Oh, you know, if only. If. All these ifs. So if life is one big if, that means there's all kinds of things you can do with it, all kinds of ways you can think about it. What's the metaphor that you use for your life? Now, that's an important question. That's an important question because it affects the way you teach every day in your classroom, and it also affects the messages that you're sending your students about what life is all about. What's your metaphor for life? Do you see life as a quest? Da-da-da-da-da-da! As a mission. You are focused, there's your goal, you are headed in a direction. As a mystery, you never know what's around the next corner. As a maze, and we're all the proverbial rats looking for the cheese, right? As a game, and if it is a game, could someone please tell me the rules because I haven't figured them out yet? As a bad joke. As a battlefield. Oh, people are always getting in my way. Why don't they just leave me alone? As a buffet, you have a little bit of this and a little bit of that you can sample and taste. As a box of chocolates, and we're all looking for that creamy, smooth center. Or do you see life as a dream? I like the metaphor of life as a dream because it really speaks to possibility. Life as a dream speaks to a number of different things. It speaks to goals, because we can have one big dream and a number of small goals underneath that help us get there. Dreams give life purpose and direction and meaning. That's all the meat of life. That's the important stuff that makes us feel whole. Dreams help us make life choices. If we know the bigger dream of where we're headed, then it helps us make the small choices along the way. Dreams help us think about the future with a sense of control and hope. Dreams give us a sense of pleasure, a sense of satisfaction, of accomplishment. Boy, I said I was going to do it, and I did it. And then dreams are a way to express the self. This is who I am, this is what I value, and this is what I'm going to put out into the world. So I really like the metaphor of life as a dream. Now, there was a fascinating research paper that was done at Florida State University, and they uncovered a number of interesting things. Researchers examined data from the National Longitudinal Survey of Youth, a national random sample of over 12,000 individuals who were 14 to 22 years of age in 1979. These individuals were interviewed annually until 1994 and then every 2 years. So basically, they followed these kids and saw what happened to them over a number of years. The research found that planful competence is a powerful predictor of an adolescent's plans and their adult achievement in schooling and work. Now, this is interesting. Planful competence is a combination of a sense of mastery. You believe in yourself, you could do it, you feel capable. Knowledge about the broader world of work, sort of expanded career awareness. There are so many careers out there now, and a lot of times kids are just hooked into doctor, lawyer, engineer. They need to know all the wonderful opportunities that are available in the complicated world that we live in. Scholastic aptitude, the skills and knowledge, and then plans about the timing and extent of future attainment, defined intent. They have to be able to set, okay, I'm going to do this and this and this and this, and have a series of activities to get where they want to go. Adolescence with a purposeful orientation toward life, combined with general and practical knowledge, have more ambitious career plans, more stable plans in young adulthood, and greater educational and occupational achievements by midlife. It's all about the dream. It really is. It's all about the possibilities and their ability to start to work toward those possibilities. A big part of your job is to help kids figure out those possibilities, what their dreams and goals are.